Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I'm Jason, your host. It's 1:46 a.m. My brain just started to be active. I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. Yay! That's not fun. I want to talk about something. Autistic people and people on the neurodivergent scale of certain kinds, ADHD and so on, they can be perceived as being deceptive or lying from outside sources. What do I mean by that? Well, when you talk to a autistic person or someone who has ADHD and these kind of things, their brains store data in a different way, and their brains access their data in a different way. This is one of the reasons why I could code when I was at college, but I couldn't document how I had worked out the code or anything like that. It was all up here, but it was all just in weird clumps. Now, I don't know whether you've ever experienced this, but you'll talk to someone who's neurodivergent. You'll start talking about a subject, and to start with, they'll not have any knowledge about that subject, or it'll look like they don't. Especially when you call it its name, when you talk about certain bits of it. But somewhere along the conversation, this person will all of a sudden pipe up and say, "Oh yeah," and using your own words, your own terminology, will explain their knowledge of it. Now, this isn't... They aren't being deceptive. They aren't just saying, "Oh, I picked up enough now that I can say that I know enough about and know about that and start doing that." No. What you've said at some point in our time during the conversation or the subject matter has triggered a memory in them of something that they did, or their knowledge that wasn't at the front, that the index wasn't picking up in their brain until you got to that point. And it will seem almost like that they are saying back to you exactly what you're saying to them, because they'll use your same terminology, your same wordsmith, because they had the knowledge and they had, at some point in their life, looked into it, but the ability to grab it, the index for that subject matter, was lost, just went away. They got distracted, they wandered off, their brains wandered off. I have this a lot myself. I'm happy to say I don't know about a subject. I don't mind that at all. But sometimes I will think that I don't know anything about a subject that the people on Discord or something are talking about. And then all of a sudden, a moment of clarity in my brain will just switch. And then what they're talking about, my brain says, "Oh, fuck yeah. We thought we were talking about this 2, 3, 4 years ago in this specific situation, and you did this research on this bit of situation, and so you did that, and you looked at this and that," and all the information will just pour out into their brain. And then I will use the modern context or the thingies that I had forgotten, the words the labels of it to jump in the conversation. And I think it's something a lot of neurodivergent people have. We spend a lot of our time looking into stuff, data mining, digging deep into different situations and subjects. But it might be just for like 4 hours, a deep dive into it, and then won't think about it for 3 years. And labels we lose. Labels we easily lose. We easily lose. This is one of the reasons I always think up new names for people. Like my friend Brit is Brittykins. For some reason, if I put the kins on the end of a person's name, I'm more likely to remember they made their name on Discord than if I just use their name on Discord. Epidermolysis is Epidikins, and so on. And my brain has to latch on with these kins at the end. And if I can latch on a name with a kins on the end, there's much more chance that I will remember that person and associate that name with that person and who they are. This is just the way sometimes you can't see, but my bed's out and the dogs are both sleeping underneath the covers. Zach is very weird. Zach, like, every couple of hours, Zach will come out from under the covers and then get cold because he's come out of the covers. And the problem is he's kicked the covers off him during the night, so he can't get back under the covers. So he doesn't do what Bertie used to do when Bertie was downstairs and actually will wrap covers around him and take it over his head and can do that. Instead he'll start whining for me to reposition the covers so he can get back under them. But yeah, it's sometimes it will seem to a normal person sometimes that you're copying them. But that isn't the case. I mean, I've talked to a lot of autistic and people and ADHD people, and it's like they've got the data, but they've lost the connection to the data. And they only get that connection back when they hear enough of the raw information that it clicks in their brain. So, that's the first video. Why am I still up at 1:55? Well, I'm not. I went to bed at 10. I should stop going to bed at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is a bad time for me because by the time I've slept, I usually sleep for about 1 hour, 2 hours, 2:30. By the time I wake up, say it's 1:40 or something, I'm just at the point where my brain's not tired enough to go back to sleep, and if something creeps into my head like this, I've got to do another video. So I'm going to upload this, and there's another video I want to do, because if I don't do the other video, I'm not going to be able to get back to sleep. So 2 videos are going to go up soon. So let's stop this. Bye bye for now.